we wouldn't be here if they weren't coming after us. If we weren't under attack, we wouldn't be here at all. We just want to live our lives out in peace.
Hey everybody, this is Nick Kingatis with MRC-TV, and we are here in Richmond, Virginia, in front of the Virginia State Capitol building on Lobby Day, where there is a pro-Second Amendment rally. It's yearly at the Capitol here, and because of all the Capitol business that happened a couple of weeks ago, the city has been pretty heavily shut down, and it has resulted in what used to be a crowd of tens of thousands, now maybe hundreds. Let's see what everybody has to say about the event. What's the purpose behind Lobby Day?
For me, I mean, I can't speak for anyone else, but I think that the rights of us as Americans are something that should be defended and something that we should take this opportunity to fight against people who would want to take our rights away or infringe upon our rights.
We support our Second Amendment rights, and we support our First Amendment rights, and Northam and the legislation in general is trying to come after them.
I'm here to practice my First Amendment, to defend my Second Amendment. Gun rights are women's rights, and gun rights are a civil right. I choose to take an active role in my own safety and not be a victim, and I do that through the Second Amendment, and I carry every day.
The Second Amendment is not just about me owning guns because I think they're fun and I want to go to the range. The Second Amendment is about me having a right to protect my life and my liberty. And it's a right that doesn't just apply to me, it's a right that applies to everybody. It's a right that applies to you, it's a right that applies to everybody. Skin color doesn't matter, age, sex, whatever. Everyone has a right to be able to defend their life. Everyone has a right to be able to defend what's theirs, what they work for, their liberty and their pursuit of happiness, and that's something that is worth fighting for to me.
It's not just the Second Amendment, it's the whole country. We've got to stand up for all of our rights and everyone's rights in this country.
It's to remind our legislature that, there are gun owners in this state and we're not hurting anybody. We just want to be left alone, really. Don't try and tell us how to live our lives as long as we're not hurting anybody. Aside from that, it's just community outreach. Anybody that's willing to talk to us, we're more than happy to talk to you.
We're doing a food drive for the community. We're working with local Black Second Amendment activists as well. Going to work with BLM 757 as well as some local crews. There is 60 families working with the Broken Men Foundation. I'm not with them, but I am. We're going to donate the food to them. We're going to be able to help 60 families directly that are in need.
What do you say to those who see pro-Second Amendment people as a threat?
I think that those people are not, I just think that they're misinformed, to be honest. The people that are out here for fighting for our rights in this manner, this goes on, and it's never really violent. Whatever happened at the Capitol the other day is a rare exception. But we've been out here, I've been out here personally many times. It's never been violent, it's never been anything but peaceful.
I'd say you should probably get to know us because we're standing here armed to the teeth. And we ain't hurting anybody. We're actually generating food to donate to the inner cities.
There has to be a reason for a threat. If you look in law enforcement, there has to be a provocation. There has to be something that's said. So there has to be an intended threat. If all you're doing is standing with a legally owned firearm and in a peaceful manner, not aiming it at anybody, not visibly verbally threatening anyone, or not intending to threaten anyone, then there's been no threat intended.
We're not a threat. We don't even want to be here. If we're the kind of people that want to be left alone. We really just want to be left alone. We have no crazy schemes or anything like that. We wouldn't be here if they weren't coming after us. If we weren't under attack, we wouldn't be here at all. We just want to live our lives out in peace.
This is the narrative. I am your gun owner. Female, nurse, we are everyone. Guns are around all the time. And you don't know it because we're taking an active role in our safety and we don't have to be loud about it, but we do have to be loud about it because we have to defend this right and we have to change the narrative to what is true.
And how much assaulting has your rifle done today?
None. It's done a lot of assaulting on steel, but that's it.
An assault weapon can only be an assault weapon once you assault somebody. So these are not assault weapons. Nobody's been assaulted and nobody will be assaulted today. That's that's kind of a false narrative that's been fed, and I think the establishment would rather see an unarmed population. And as we've seen in many other countries, once populations are disarmed, your voice is really gone.
I mean, the people that want to protect their rights, like I said, they don't want to just do it for me. I don't just come out here for me. I come out here for you. I come out here for everyone else to have that right, not just because I want to do it because I think guns are cool or something. You know, I think it's something that I value.
The Second Amendment exists purely to protect the rest of the amendments, to protect the Constitution, to protect this sanctity of what this is, this republic, and it is it's important.
Even with a lesser crowd like we're seeing today, what are you hoping specifically to accomplish today?
So I'm hoping to accomplish a ton of food, a ton of canned goods to donate to the inner cities, and again, just remind our state legislator we're here.
I would hope that the people in our government that are the ones that are trying to infringe upon our rights would see the people that are out here that are willing to fight for what they want.
We want to bridge some of these divides. I think there's a lot of divides and a lot of people out there that don't get to interact with people that aren't people live 4 or 5 hours away, and they don't really get to interact with people that are in the city, and they might have different opinions on things because they've never gotten to speak to each other.
Do you think that now is a time for the unity that we hear so many people talking about these days, but we're not really seeing in practice?
Now more than ever. Everybody has a perceived enemy, if you will. Now is the time to go spend 5 minutes talking to them and realize, what do you guys have in common? Because that's very important. The more that we're divided, the worse things are going to get.